In this video, I'm going to be going over 7 ways that you can make money in crypto besides just kind of the classic buy and hold your crypto. I've started to realize that a lot of new people coming into this industry think that the only way we're making money is by buying coins and then sitting there and hoping that those coins go up. But that's just not the case. And a lot of the crypto industry now, especially the DeFi sector, is built around actually making money regardless of whether the markets go up or the markets go down. And that's the beauty of the whole DeFi sector right now. So we're gonna go over 7 of those opportunities and show you 7 different ways that you can be making money in this market, regardless of where the market actually goes. Now, the first one we're gonna talk about is called liquidity pools. And to understand this method, you have to actually understand how decentralized exchanges work. So typically, if you're using a company like Coinbase or Binance, you go in and you say, hey, I've got some Bitcoin and I want to change it out for Ethereum, and they'll make that swap for you and do all that. But there's also what's called decentralized exchanges, which you've probably heard of, and they're called Uniswap and PancakeSwap and sites like that. Now, these sites aren't a company that just holds a bunch of these different cryptocurrencies, so they can't just say, sure, give us some Bitcoin and we'll give you some Ethereum. Instead, they rely on what's called liquidity pools. And this is where a bunch of different people that own those coins actually pool their money together to create what's called a liquidity pool. And there's a liquidity pool for every pair. So for example, if you were trying to swap Ethereum for Sandbox, there would be a liquidity pool for that, an Ethereum Sandbox liquidity pool. And let's say that liquidity pool had $5 million in Ethereum and $5 million in Sandbox. And you come in and say, I've got some Ethereum, I'd like to buy some Sand token. You go to a site like Uniswap right here, a decentralized exchange, and you say, hey, I've got some Ethereum and I would like to swap it out with some Sand token, right? And what it's going to do is it's going to go into that liquidity pool. It's going to take your Ethereum and put it into the liquidity pool, and it's going to pull some Sand token out of the liquidity pool. Now, the way we can make money from this is we can actually be part of that liquidity pool. There's a fee that's involved in that. And we, as owners of, if you have Ethereum and Sand, you can put those into the liquidity pool and you get paid each time an exchange is made. This means you can take coins that you would like to own anyway for the long term, and you can actually start making gains off of them right now, just by putting these coins into the liquidity pool and letting them be used in that process. Now, without going into the logistics of all this, because we're talking about 7 different ways, what it's going to do is it's actually going to give you a new token that will reflect both of those coins. So you would get an Ethereum Sandbox liquidity pool token, and now you own a little portion of that liquidity pool. Now, even better, you can actually take that liquidity pool token and you can put it in what's called a farm. For example, on PancakeSwap, I could take Cake and BNB, which are 2 coins. I could put them into the liquidity pool and start getting paid for that. But then I could go put them in this farm, that new coin that's been created, Cake BNB, and I can earn APR off of that as well. Okay, and we can start getting gains upon gains upon gains. And this is all being done while holding the coins that we're planning on holding anyway. The next one is called staking, and it's probably something you've heard of. Now, what staking is it's a way for certain cryptocurrencies to reward the people that are holding the coins. And there's some other things that go into it as well. For example, proof of stake might be a term you've heard. But essentially, you are telling the world that you're going to hold a particular coin for a particular amount of time, and in return, they're going to give you APY, or they're going to give you more of that coin. For example, one of my favorite coins right now is called Polkadot, and I stake my Polkadot in an exchange called Kraken. And in return, Kraken is giving me 12% return on that. And I've staked it there for a little over a year to a year and a half now, I believe. And that means that I've made about 15 to 20% additional Polkadot coins just by holding them in Kraken and staking them, or telling them that I'm not going to sell them for a certain period of time. Now, that's awesome. I plan on holding Polkadot for years, and within 4 to 5 years, I will likely have doubled the amount of Polkadot tokens that I'm able to hold simply by leaving them in Kraken. Number 3 is called shorting. Now, if you're new to crypto or the stock market, this is probably something you've never heard of and a concept you've honestly never even thought about. Now, what shorting is it's a way that we actually bet against the price of a coin. We essentially say, I'm going to assume that the price of this particular coin, for example, Bitcoin, is going down, and I'm going to short it or make a bet that it goes down. And you get paid when the price of Bitcoin goes down. Now, this is a pretty interesting idea, but it's also a very dangerous idea for an asset like Bitcoin that has infinite potential. And if you shorted Bitcoin at, say, 30,000 and it ended up at 100,000, you would lose pretty much all of your money. But shorting's really, really easy to do if you're in the right exchange. For example, KuCoin, and I'll leave a link down below, is an exchange that I would use to short. And all you've got to do is, instead of going to buy Bitcoin, you would say you'd like to sell Bitcoin. And you have to have what's called a margin account, which means that you're able to borrow funds, because the way that we short is we actually kind of borrow money to bet against. I wouldn't recommend shorting if you're just getting started with all this. It's a very dangerous strategy and can result in a lot of money lost. The next one I want to talk about is what's called a grid bot. And what a grid bot is it's a trading bot that actually makes buy and sell trades for you. But a grid bot has a very specific strategy. What it does is it relies on the fact that if you look at most coins, they kind of just bounce up and down, up and down, up and down, and they have a general trend, but for the most part, they're just going up and down. So what a grid bot will do is it'll make a little buy and sell order each time the price goes up. And then each time the price goes down by a certain increment, it'll do the same thing. And basically, as long as the price continues to go up and down and up and down, it's making money each direction. It's buying and selling and buying and selling and buying and selling. And if a price of a coin is very volatile and continues to go up and down in kind of a small range, kind of like what you're seeing right here, you can make a fair amount of money with a trading grid bot. Now, the best trading grid bot that I've used so far is called Bitsgap. We'll leave a link down below to that as well. It's very, very easy to use. All you've got to do is connect your exchange to it, and it will do everything else for you. Now, the only potential downside of a grid bot trading is that you actually have to purchase both coins. For example, this coin right here is the coin VET, 3L, and USDT. And so what that means is we have to own both of these coins in this trading pair in order for us to do this. And we may not want to own those. And for example, if the price of VET goes way down, we own some VET. We're trading back and forth, but we own some of it in order for that to work. And we'll lose money as the price of that particular coin goes down. In this case, we'll lose 3 times as much money because that's the type of coin that this is. Now, the next one is something that's only been around for about 6 months to a year, and it kind of exploded on the crypto scene when the game Axie Infinity blew up. And you may or may not have heard of that game. It's a little game very similar to Pokemon, but you can see here I'm in a Reddit forum, and people are talking about how much they're making basically just by playing this game. So the model is called play to earn, and it's really big in crypto gaming right now. You can see right here, this person's making $2,000 a month. This person's got 13 people that they're using in this particular method in this game. They're making around $2,500 to $3,000 every month. And you kind of scroll down here and you can see about $3,000. And these guys are just gaming. They're playing this game called Axie Infinity. And once Axie Infinity came onto the scene, dozens of other games started to come out, and now there's probably hundreds of other games that are built around this play to earn model, where you're playing these games and you're actually earning real life money as you do so. And in a lot of these games, you can purchase parts of the game, or you can purchase characters in the game. Then you can sell those characters, or you can sell or rent different pieces of land that you own in the game. And there's all these different ways that you can play these games and earn money as you do so. So if you like gaming and you've got some time to spend gaming, get into crypto play to earn gaming, and you can make money very, very easily and very, very quickly. The sixth way is what's called airdrops. And this is kind of an interesting way, and it's a little bit harder to kind of pin down and find the projects that are going to do this. But what an airdrop is where a company or a organization has an NFT or a coin out there that a lot of people own, and they actually just airdrop something free to all their NFT holders or all their coin holders, and then it lands inside of their wallets. So if you've got MetaMask and you own some coins or some NFTs, you might suddenly find that you have another NFT. And I've had this happen multiple times where I suddenly just get airdropped a free NFT. Now, there's a lot of Discord groups, a lot of YouTube channels, a lot of Facebook groups that are focused on this, where they just try to purchase these coins and these NFTs right before airdrops happen so that they can make money off of that. Now, this method to me is very, very hard, and you'll often find the price of a coin shoots up right before an airdrop and shoots down right after an airdrop and things like that. But it's an interesting method, and if you end up owning a lot of coins that get airdropped, you can make a lot of free money in terms of NFTs and in terms of coins. Now, the next one is number 7, and I don't know why I put it number 7 because it's honestly one of my favorite ones, probably my very favorite one, and it's called nodes. Now, if you don't understand crypto, crypto is for the most part trying to be decentralized. That means that we don't like to have central servers and things like that running these blockchains. Instead, they like to be decentralized, where people all over the globe, like me and you and other people, can run what's called nodes. And these nodes actually run the blockchain, and we, as regular people, can participate in these blockchains. Now, those people that create and run these nodes can actually get paid in rewards and get paid to be part of this process. Now, depending on the node project, you can make a significant amount of money, or you can lose a lot of money by buying a node that doesn't generate enough money to pay itself off. The way that I found works best for me is using this company called YieldNodes. And what YieldNodes does is they go do a lot of research on node projects, and then you just give them some of your money, they will go purchase and set up nodes, and then you will get the returns from their nodes. And they'll take a 15% cut for doing so. Now, the beauty of this is they just know a lot more about all this. And in fact, this YieldNodes company has paid anywhere from 8 to I think 15% in returns every single month for the last 2 to 3 years. I don't know anything else out there that has had such a steady return as this. In fact, on their website, I think they guarantee 5 to 15% returns every single month, or they give you your money back. So if you're looking and interested in this, we'll leave a link down below to that. But you can also just search on YouTube and go search out the best projects yourself if you would like to own it. I've found that YieldNodes is simpler and lets me get involved in these nodes without actually having to create and set up these very complicated nodes and manage them. Now, these are the 7 ways that I'm focused on making money in crypto. I've used all of these, though I don't short coins very often. But as you can see, there's a lot of ways to make money in the crypto world without even purchasing coins. And there's a lot of ways to make money in the crypto world regardless of what direction the price of Bitcoin happens to currently be going that year. Now, real quick, if this is how you like learning crypto in a very simple, straightforward manner without a lot of hype, that's what this channel is all about. Go ahead and click subscribe. Remember, we left links down below to all of the different things that we talked about in this video, all 7 methods. We try to leave videos that teach you more about them or take you to trainings and things like that. Again, thanks so much for watching, guys.